If you've clicked on this video, I would say a huge welcome to you. My name is Lamin and I'm a rookie Forex trader who has been trading for 2+ years now. And in this video, I just want to, really talk about why I'm going full time into trading. Being only here just 2+ years and I'm already going full time. I discovered trading around August or September in 2023. And around the time, I had other businesses I was doing. I was running a dry cleaning service business, and also I was into fishery as well, catfish farming to be precise. And over time, things have happened, in the course of 2 years that really made this decision right here, right now that, this year I'm going full time into trading. Prior to that, before I discovered trading at all, I think I've always have that idea of trading. So it's like this. After graduating from high school, I heard about trading once where I went to a seminar, but the way it was preached, it was more like an investment scheme. So not really like trading as I know it today. So and there I don't really know, how this thing works. I don't even have the money to want to invest. So that passed, but I never really knew what it was because even the way it was explained at the seminar then, I didn't understand it. And I think during I think 2020, 2021, after I decided to drop out from college, trading came to my desk again, but this time to much more like an investment company. It was more of commodities that they were trading. And even at that, it was really skeptical because, you have all these investment schemes coming out at the time. So that passed away too. And not really that I just passed on it, but because I didn't have the money at the time. If it was something I had money for, I would invest in it because I think I was sold on that one. And around the time, I was really into trying to learn NFTs and how it works. So I was into wanting to go into how to make money online, that kind of thing. In 2023, for the first time, I saw a video of Jeffrey Benson on a lot of Lagos page where they were talking about a trading challenge there about where they're going to give the winner a car as the prize gift. And I went to check on Jeffrey Benson's page to look at what's this guy really doing. And immediately I opened that page, I was sold. Like from that day, I wanted to learn what is trading itself. And from there, I just started, digging deep into the world of trading, digging deep into videos of Jeffrey Benson and all of that. So that really got me started. That really got me started. And in the span of 2 years, a lot has happened. And I'm so grateful with the way I found trading now. I mean, at 2023, I'm so grateful with the way I found trading because around the time my business was going well, and most times during daytime, noon, I'm done. Like I'm done with work. So I have a lot of free time on my hands to learn because I wasn't really doing so much. I'm not working for someone. It's but late 2024, things started going sideways in terms of business. Like things were not really going so well with both businesses, and it was just like the money I was making was just to survive actually. And during the time while learning, all I was doing a lot of paper trading, which is taking FTMO free trials. I have a lot of them, like a lot, just using that to learn because I didn't just want to blow my account. Though there were times where I would just be like, okay, maybe after months of trading, I would just be like, okay, throw a $10 in there and see what I can do with it. And trust me, I blew a lot of accounts. I'm not really good at this. I don't really know what I'm doing. But late 2024, things started making sense a little bit, a little bit. I was growing, things started making sense. And unfortunately, I had to move from where I was staying because both businesses I was doing was something I was running from home at the time. And, I had issues where I was staying and I have to move away. And I couldn't afford to, get a place for myself because I was staying with someone at the time, which is more like family. But I had to move out from there, and unfortunately, I had to come to a place where I've really ran away from. Not run literally, but I've just tried to avoid it ever since I was 18, which is my parents' house. But it was a hard pill to swallow, and I had to, move back home. I could remember so well the first time in 2024, which is January 2024. Like, I can never forget. For that month, I started with a $10 account, and at the end of the month, I profited $100. And I could remember, this is less than 6 months into trading, and I could remember telling my mom, calling my brother that, I've got something that can make me rich. I've got something that can take us out of debt, that kind of stuff. The enthusiasm that comes with trading itself. So, but months down the line, that wasn't the case because you have to go through a lot of roller coaster learning. I think that was beginner's luck, we might say. And around the time, whenever I go back to look at it, because around the time I was trading on the GU, much more emulating everything Jeffrey Benson did at the time. I was just so fortunate because um, GU was in a range on the H4 time frame. It was just on a range. If you go back and look at it, GU was just on a range. So all I had to do was, when it comes down to support, I just buy. When you get to the resistance, I sell. I'm going to kill that chicken at the end of the day. So that was the case for me. And moving over here, a lot happened in 2025 that I never really thought I could come out of. But thankfully, towards the last quarter of 2025, everything changed for me. Coming into 2025 with debt, a lot of debt that I was wondering how will I ever get out of this, because it was like I don't have something going on for me, which will give me hope that okay, once I get paid from this thing, I would, be able to pay off that debt, even if it's bit by bit. And living with the madness of having to live with my parents, I was really struggling with that because ever since they moved in here, I never lived with them. So I've always been on my own. But I just had to do it because I have nowhere to go. And coming out of a broken relationship that have lasted 3 years, and coupled with all of that, it was really hard for me the first, half of 2025. And it was just like the world was crumbling down. But in the midst of everything, the only thing I really had that, gave me hope every single day was trading. I would even, at some point, it was so worse that I tried to move away and, move back because where I am currently is Ogun State, and it's not like the opened area. It's more like the countryside, the inner side of Ogun State. And, being someone that's not really used to all of that, I tried to move back to Lagos and live with someone again. But, eventually, person had to tell me after a month of staying there, like, I had to leave, like, with no reason at all because, I'm someone that just like to keep my head down. I'm I don't like trouble, and we never really had misunderstanding whatsoever. And even though I never had anything really going on well for me, I just, every little penny I get, I, try to foot bill, like light bill, all of those things, because I feel like I can't be staying with this person and not do anything. But a month after that, he told me I had to leave the place. So coming back here with nothing going on, I had to even kill my ego by working with my brother, all because I just wanted to have capital to put back into trading. Because around the time trading was beginning to make sense, and I'm beginning to have a lot more confidence in my trading, because that's the only thing I have. Got worse to the point where I had to sell my laptop to just pay off debt. It was that crazy. I now had to work for my brother to get, I think it was around 20K, which was like $10 there, about $10 or $12 there about. And I put that into trading. I got a good entry, and fortunately I was able to double that account. So I think the actual account was $12, and I was able to double it to like $24. Lo and behold, I didn't close out that trade because I thought it was going to keep running, and because I had two skilled in position and I didn't close out, news came and it wiped out all of that money. It was that crazy. So now that Monday, so it was a weekend, I think it was Friday when the account was wiped, and that Monday I had a debt to pay. So it was like, where do I go from here? I couldn't even tell my brother because you know he knew I had the debt, but I couldn't tell him that okay, this account is wiped out, because my brother then was, getting more into trading, through me seeing it, doing it every day. I think he started learning on his own, started watching videos on his own too, told me about it, and I just told him ways to go about it too. And I couldn't tell anybody that okay, this account is blown, because that $24 would have paid off that debt coming that Monday. But God has a way of doing his thing, and I would say it's a miracle, honestly. I would say it's a big miracle for me, because it changed the trajectory of the way 2025 ended for me, because it was more like an overnight success. So imagine someone telling you earlier in the day that, I have nothing going on for me, I'm in debt and I don't know how I'm going to pay the debt. And coming the following morning is, all blown up. So now, the kind of money I didn't expect from nowhere, I got. It can only be God. Even till date, I know that it can only be God. Being at a place where I don't know how I'm ever going to come out of it, but it changed everything for me. September changed everything for me in 2025. And it's quite crazy that around the time I started getting profitable in my trading. So it's just that crazy. It can only be God. It can only be God. October came and I was like, okay, I'm going to deposit this amount of money into trading and just trade it and grow it over time. And October came, I deposited $60. And at the end of the month, I turned that $60 into 360. So I'm like, whoa. Like even my trader friend that we talked together, they were like, really, that's crazy. Like, but I did. I took losses. I took, but it's like wins and losses. That's the essence of trading itself. That boosted my confidence, and now it's like, okay, I know what works. I know what I'm doing, and this is the power of the higher time frame. And a lot of things have happened prior to that, but it was like, man, God did. But come the following month, I started taking bad trades, which really hurt that account. And that 360 went back down to $30. Just one bad trade in the beginning of November like took almost half of the account. And I was like, that's crazy. So the whole of November was red for me. And you would say, oh, so now why do you want to go back full time into trading? Come December, I was able to trade that $30 back to I think 150 thereabout. And I made a couple of withdrawals too. I didn't really trade in December that much. So I just took a couple of withdrawals and just reminisce on the journey over 2025 so far. But now I decided, I just thought about it and be like, okay, honestly, I don't really have nothing going on for me because the money I got from trading, I tried to put it back into the fishy business, but it didn't just make sense. Looking at trading, this is the profit I get from that, from the fishy business. That's in that will take me 3 months to get profit of maybe 50%. So I can get a profit of 50% from the fishy business. But it's rare. That's another thing there. It's rare. But with trading, I know that okay, if I follow my criteria, now I have a system that works, I have a strategy, I have an edge. If I can follow that, though it's wins and losses, but there will definitely be losses, but I know so well that I'll make much more better profit at the end of the day compared to something that is not guaranteed. Honestly, the kind of fishy aspect I'm in is not guaranteed. It is the catfish hatchery system kind of thing. And if you go look into that, not a lot of people are really, really, really successful with it. So, and it's not really guaranteed money compared to. I know trading too is not guaranteed money, but for me right now and where I am in my trading, I feel like I can say I'll make profit with trading. Though I know nothing is guaranteed, but I just have that gut feeling. So thinking about it, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going back to the fishery business. And what if I go all in on trading alone? How can that change things for me? And honestly, that's where I'm at right now, which is one of the reasons why I'm doing the 90 days trading challenge currently. Though is I started an account with $15, which I post out there, but I have another $25 account and two prop firms I'm trading currently. So the $25 account is like my personal one, which I don't post, and from there I get to withdraw probably every week, at least just to give me some sort of upkeep every week. And from that last week, which is my first week of trading in 2026, last week, the profit I made from that, I got a 5K good funded account. And the reason why I was able to get a 5K account that cost me just $17 is because they're running a 50% discount for new customers. So if this is your first time or you've never used good funded before, you can check the link in my description box to get the 50% discount before it runs off. And aside from that, even though you've copped an account with them before, you can still get 40%, which is still running too as well. So check the link and get yourself some account, because honestly the way to really make meaningful money in trading is the fact that you have to have big accounts. Honestly, though I know with small account you can still do a lot, but for me, um the kind of goal I have for myself this year is, even if I can make 50K, that would do a lot for me. That would be able to get me an apartment and be able to afford me a chance to move back to Lagos. And that would be a lot for me. So one of the ways I'm going about it is I still have my small live accounts I'll be trading, but I'll be investing a lot more in funded accounts, because if my small account and my system can prove to be profitable, why not try that out in a prop firm challenge? So this is why I'll be buying a lot of prop firms this year, and the goal is to move to bigger accounts as I continue to make profit. Honestly, this is where I'm going into trading full time, because I feel like, okay, what if I go in full time? This is all I have, and I just make it work. And there's a theory that when your back is against the wall, you just find ways to survive. You just find ways to make it out. So this is me not having anything, and over the past couple of months, even since the past year, I've really been working on myself, even though I don't really feel like I'm in a space where can really afford me that privacy. But I still find ways to work on myself, and I'm going full time into content creation and doing stuff like this, which is why I'll be putting a lot more videos out there. And I have a couple of people who have seen my trades online, like my social media, like my Instagram, TikTok, and have reached out to me too as well. And maybe you can be doing some sort of teaching. I don't really look forward to charging anything. I don't. I'm not selling courses to anybody, even if I get this. So for me, I've always had that drive, that dream of, okay, if I become successful in the end of the day, I really want to pull someone else up. I really want to help people. So it's not really about me selling course to anybody. So I guess YouTube would be a place to start. I know there are so many people out there who just who are just getting into trading and would want to make it out as well. And I know honestly that trading can be hard, but in the real sense, trading is the easiest way to make the hardest money. So that's just it. So I'll keep documenting my journey here, and I think I would want to do this every single day, because now I have the whole time to myself, and I would want to do this every single day, where I would come on here, share my ideas, share my thoughts, do some trade breakdown, and just put in the work. I really want to get into content creation as time goes on as well, in regards to trading, all of that. So this is the reason why I'm going all in on trading in 2026. I'm making it a full-time job. Not a job, but just going all in full time, and that's just it. Irrespective of wherever you are in your trading journey, I just pray and hope you get it, and we all get to that profitable stage where we sort of make money. And I pray blessings over everyone. Pray God continue to guide us, and yeah, I believe we're all gonna make it. Until next time, peace out, guys.